Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here at their signal caller, the fifth-year quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
Going in motion left, that's Campbell. Well, a fake on the jet sweep as they run with Cook up the middle. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down. And Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played with dinosaurs roam the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we've got to put in Davis.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Now, quick throw there is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Joey Porter Jr. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. Shifts by him. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That good for 19 of a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really...
Touchdown! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Condors use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. 1 play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
2nd and 4. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Fielded just inside the 20. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
That second down play nets a -4. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
But as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. They work now on 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Gibbs. Touchdown! Jahmyr Gibbs, 52 yards. And the Condors lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ballgame for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimal level.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. San Juan's offense ready to get started again. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things going in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
On 2nd down, Cook. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. But you look at this defense. They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. Melbourne ready to go again on offense. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now. It's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Another run for Gibbs here. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, are going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now back to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
The throw over the middle taken in. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On the carry, here's Knight. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. This will be caught by his big wide receiver. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. He'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs with a 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Condors have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, still in the 1st quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the 1st as they kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. San Juan now getting set to take over on offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the 1st half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, and it's 2nd down. But you look at this defense. They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. James Cook, 61 yards. And the Redwoods are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Well, since we don't have a rooting interest in this one, neither one of us wanted to see this one get out of hand too early. Here we are in the 1st quarter. That was an important response for them to score, already down 21.
to try here for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was James Cook finishing things off with a touchdown catch. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Melbourne's offense back out on the field now. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. As they've got it as we resume action. They'll set up a throw. That's caught. It's Josh Downs.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Back to throw now on first down. And he's got his man out of the slot, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards as they get to reset the sticks.
49-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense. Don't do us like that.
And they just did not get the snap away in time.
Still first down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2nd down and 3. Back to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out.
And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark. And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. He'll look to throw. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he still makes the catch, even though it was tipped at the line. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. To the sideline and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Back to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Gibbs straight ahead. A beautiful fake. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and a yard. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Condors go up by 2 touchdowns.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. San Juan now getting set to take over on offense. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
As always, no rooting interest here, but that was pretty, wasn't it? To see him break through and then pick up his stride.
Yeah, the guy carrying the ball loves it. I think the O-line, they might like and take more satisfaction out of those runs than anybody else, though, right?
Without a doubt, because they're the ones that often have created it.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Cook up the gut. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2nd and 3. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Ball start. Offense.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. They're going to look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown! From 10 yards out. And the Redwoods have got it back to within a score.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Now for the point after. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. That time, a 6-play drive. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. A pretty big opening there on first down. 8 yards up to the 33.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Can't get away, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses happen their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely, and that sack finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Under pressure, they got him again. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. He threw his 10th touchdown on the year last time they had it, and he'll look to keep it going here with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Able to hit his target, Lamb. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
All defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. That'll give him 8 that time. And 3rd and 1 now. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. And that's off the right upright. And it bounces away, no good. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. We'll start in the early window and begin up in Minneapolis. A tough one for the homestanding Vikings as they get set to play host to the Chicago Bears. In the late afternoon games, the place to be might very well be Denver, Colorado, where it'll be the Broncos taking on what should be a very tough opponent. And then lastly, on Monday Night Football, those fans will be riled up as it'll be a good matchup between their guys and what equates to be a very tough opponent.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
At the 32-yard line.
On the give, here's Gibbs. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. So from the 37, here's 2nd and 9. Now a give, right side. Preston. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Able to power through. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
49-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Barnett. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
At the 42-yard line.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. Not enough sense of urgency there. Play clock hits 0, 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, I like your point there. Not enough sense of urgency. People walking up to the line of scrimmage. You've got to get up there and get set and be ready to go.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. And this a 39-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. He hits Baldwin right side. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore.
That's interference. Defense.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Cook. Touchdown.
Sometimes offense, if you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Point after here coming up. And the lead is down to a field goal now. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of the special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Hand off now to Gibbs. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. 4 yards on the pickup. Good enough to extend the drive. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now back to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Barnett. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down.
4-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, complete. It's Arnold. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 19 yards on the pickup there. And now they'll have it 1st and goal.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line. That's the end of the
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Gibbs. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
And his kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. San Juan now getting set to take over on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They run the counter with Cook, and nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
And a San Juan 1st down.
On play action, they'll throw. That ball caught by Campbell. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
That is caught by Lamb. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot. They'll drop to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Allen. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll hand this to Campbell. Running right. Stops short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. 3rd and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's the fullback. His 1st rushing touchdown on the year. And the Redwoods are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in the play before with a smaller guy. Turn to a little more power. They score it.
And now it has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. Jameer Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Well, those 2 have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
It's taken to the 26. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receiver as he brings out this offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Melbourne ready to go again on offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 108 yards rushing for him now to this point. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll go again with Gibbs. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. The give, right side for Gibbs. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
I was used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like home bunny, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher, and all night long he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now. A huge 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Down the left sideline. And all the way in for a touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Condors use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. San Juan now getting set to take over on offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call. And they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Well, they bring their punter out there now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Melbourne's offense back out on the field now. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Now a give to Gibbs, running left. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 5, 1:44 to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And we have an injury on the play, and that looks like the running back, James Cook, is the one who's down. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now 2nd down and a few inches. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll look to throw. The throw out wide will be incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Joey Porter Jr. Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talk about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they look like they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play, and they got it right there, partner.
Melbourne's offense back out on the field now. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Melbourne,
their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town.
Meanwhile, for San Juan,
they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.